Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, welcome to your eclipse reading. We got a lot of cards for you. Almost for everything I got some extra cards as compared to the other zodiacs. So I'm really excited to get into it. First, a little bit about the eclipse itself. It is a time of the new moon, so generally we set new intentions around the time of new moon. Old cycles are finally completed and we're kind of ready and setting the stage for beginning something new here. It is activating the north and the south node, as is with any eclipse, so there can be major changes that are fateful in nature that come towards us. And this axis for you, if we are going by the rising sign, then it is falling in your 7th house and your 1st house. So you're releasing something from within you in order to bring out a more authentic version of yourself where you find more satisfaction and fulfillment in your life. Alternatively, the shedding of skin is talking about finishing up old cycles and old patterns, and therefore you're stepping into a new direction in life. Okay, so there can be some clarity as well you get here about the next steps that need to come through you, and also what the cues that you receive from the outside world that are going to illuminate the path ahead. Some of this can be a little bit unpleasant, but actually I don't feel like it would feel unpleasant for you because it's more so about not having enough clarity, but knowing enough that you need to change direction, something of that sort. Like you know enough, but you don't know that much, or that you don't know the full picture yet. So there's that characteristic to this eclipse here. So let's see what your changes are. All right, wow. We have the lunar eclipse change. The previous lunar eclipse, which happened in the same year in 2022, happened in Scorpio. So maybe check that out because that might have been very pivotal. So the changes that have begun during that time. This is basically chapter 2 of those same patterns here. Just applied in a different context, or we might be working on a different part of the Scorpionic nature and a different part of the Taurian nature. So yeah, make sure to check that out. And we have new moon. Okay, we'll begin here. So there is new chapter unfolding. We discussed that. It's very interesting that we see the new moon and the lunar eclipse together. Very interesting. Okay, we have the shaman. Okay, some healing work going on. The seed, quite trippy this one, but yeah. And we have Aletheia. Okay, all in all, very level-headed perspective. It's kind of separating the black and the white, seeing things from a level-headed perspective, and it's sort of noticing the duality in things and then seeing how everything comes together. Okay, so what seemed bad at a certain phase in life actually had a different purpose to serve, and it is now that we're getting that perspective, and that leads to that healing effect. It also, with the seed and the new moon, there is germination, new ideas that can come to you, or new resources, areas of life that you've not explored before. You're kind of a beginner in this place, but you have this deep desire to know things, to heal things, and to come into balance. With the eclipses here in your sign and the opposite sign, it's kind of finding that balance between how much you can open up to others, how much you're keeping to yourself. What are the boundaries, you know? There could also be some new people that you meet around this time. This is reminding me a lot about the Justice card, and the seed is reminding me of the Ace of Pentacles. So it's sort of new relationship beginnings, whether it is in existing connections that you deepen connections, or that it can indicate new people. We'll see more details. Okay, we have July. We have sorrow over a loss. Yeah, like saying goodbye to a certain part of yourself. It's with the shaman here, I feel like you have the control, even the seed. You're choosing a new beginning, right? Yeah, okay. Then we have spear, heartache over what you no longer have. That's again the wreath energy. Warning you of a problem, either now or in the future. There can be some karmic connections that come around at this time as well. And we have involvement with the law. Okay. Let's see your tarot cards. What do we have? We have King of Swords. We have Ten of Swords. We have 10 of Pentacles. 2 tens, okay. Okay, we have the Judgment, which is the shaman energy again. So, okay, I think I'm getting a picture. We have 2 of Wands. We have 5 of Wands. Okay. What else do we have? 6 of Wands with Victory, Jupiter and Leo. And we'll have the King of Wands with, yeah, this is a total fire sign, fire on fire. So a lot of passion and clarity coming through. The 2 of Wands, 5 of Wands as well. You have a lot of energy in this eclipse. All eclipses actually have a lot of energy to them. And it can turn chaotic very quickly. So it's sort of like, don't get angry. Okay, I feel like that's what this is warning you about. Because if you let go of a level-headed judgment at this time, or if you don't distance yourself and think about what you're about to say or do, then there can be long-term consequences, because eclipse energies last for like 6 months, and it can even propagate ahead if we don't deal with them correctly. So it's a warning, and it doesn't have to be a loss in that regard, okay? So it can be that you stop yourself, and in that process you are unable to express the full amount of your passion in that moment. So that could be a loss, and you're kind of having to suppress it a little bit at this time. But down the line it is going to have a positive impact, because it's not like you're going to forget about this. It's just that you're taking a moment to think about it, and then you want to express yourself. Involvement with the law, that is just justice energy again. It can be that for some of you, it can be talking about you're wanting to establish your own business and do your own thing. So you have to do some paperwork, documentation, solve certain kinks that you have already, and figure all that out. So it can be that it takes a bit longer than you expect, or there are certain rules that you had not seen before. So that can be a bit of that hiccup along the road. So again, don't get angry about it, because that's just going to spin into more problems and won't come with any constructive solutions. So the solution here is to keep a clear head, read things properly, ask for guidance, consult people who are more knowledgeable in that area, because we have 2 kings here. So it looks like you have enough support and consultation people who can help you out with whatever decisions that you want to be making. 2 of Wands can be that you are wanting to go somewhere and explore something new, but you're tied down at a different place and you don't want to be there anymore. But at the same time, you've not yet begun taking actions in the other direction yet. So there is just this chaos and mishmash of energies going on around this eclipse. Okay, what else am I seeing? Things surrounding the home and family, those topics can come up. What makes you feel at home? Who are home to you? There can be some disagreements that take place with you and the home, or within the home structure, if there is a competitive spirit. 10 of Swords can talk about cutting ties. I want to get a clarifier for this, because we talk a lot about that. What is the 10 of Swords about? Let me clarify that, please, for Scorpio. Ending a chapter. Actually, with the King of Swords, okay, we'll see. We have 6 of Swords. So with the King of Swords, I would say that 10 and the 6 now is transcending a certain problem, because you have the clarity that you need So you're not stuck in that karmic cycle anymore. So it's sort of, you empathize with yourself as part of your inner work or your soul work, and you kind of feel the pain that you had felt in the past, a sort of shadow work. Yeah, doing shadow work is going to bring you into more balance. It'll help you heal your traumas related to the past, family, conditioning, stability, ancestry, even the family tree, and so on. And it is through this release that you step more into your power. But diminishing that energy and getting angry at different situations and feeling frustrated without following it with constructive action is just going to diminish the energy and can turn into a negative manifestation of it. So just be careful, because with a lot of energy we need to treat it with a lot of respect as well. Otherwise it can really, double fire can be super channeled, laser focused and powerful, leader, all of that, but if you diminish it, then it can cause forest fires, right? It can just cause total destruction. So we need to be careful around these times, especially when the eclipse is in your zodiac. Okay, let's see. We have collaboration of souls. Yeah, meeting new people, that is possible around this time. We have you are living poetry. Yes, artistic expression, celestial uterus, star. Okay, we have black hole. We have the sun, again that fire energy. Leo is coming through strong. Perhaps you're involved with the Leo because the sun and the King of Wands both relate to that. We have intuition. There is clarity and illumination here. A black hole talks about releasing and just sending out what is no longer needed anymore. You're just surrendering that to the natural process of any problem. Star indicates healing, and it is also about wishes being fulfilled. It is Aquarian in nature. So any innovations, any high aspirations that you have, you're not stopping yourself anymore, or you're very clearly identifying what actually stops you back, or what do you do to self-sabotage, and you're willing to go that extra mile and put in the effort that is going to stop that pattern and instead put you into that creative life force. With the celestial uterus, the judgment, even the King of Wands, and the Six of Wands, the Shaman, Elder of Swords, all of this makes it seem like you are going to forsake certain worldly patterns or addictions or habits. Yeah, I think habits is the correct word here. Certain worldly habits in order to pursue a more spiritual journey. This can be incorporating more mindfulness in your everyday life, for example, or you're practicing more self-care, you're journaling, you're lucid dream, something. There's a lot, many ways that we can connect with ourselves. Even poetry, expressing yourself in an artistic manner, connecting with people who are more like-minded and not settling for a company that is not very truthful to you. Things like that, where you basically come into alignment and in flow with what is truthful to you, and you let go of the things that are not authentic. We have Dharana. We have Dhyan, and we also have Lakshmi. Yeah, okay. So Lakshmi is the goddess of prosperity. It's good fortune, happiness, joy, all the good things in life. The happiness you feel, the satisfaction and fulfillment comes from her. Now, these two cards over here is about having that single-minded focus and concentration on finding, uncovering, and sticking true to the truth. Okay? What is the true reason for something? Getting to the seed of the problem, focusing in, zoning inward. And South Node, when it's in your first house, it's really, stripping back the layers. It does not want false facades to remain, because the purpose of all the stars and the planets and how they interact with one another is to bring us to a heightened state of being. So Lakshmi here is blessing you with good fortune, bringing in a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment and good luck for the future. It's as though there is an air of blessing around you, but it is really up to you that you channel it, focus, and you are a fixed sign. That should not be a problem. It's just up to your will. Right? If you have a will, you have a way. If your intuition says that there is more to uncover, then there is more to uncover. And you will uncover, you will deal with it, you will heal and rise above it, right? Because the main problem that happens is that, well, one, ignorance and denial. And then when we go into something, we don't want to find out the truth. So we try to find other excuses that are more pleasant for the time being, but not for Scorpio. You want to know the real deal, and that's that, right? And when you're asking the questions, you're receiving the answer. You're taking the necessary actions to make your move. Some things can be unpleasant because the subconscious mind, there are many things that are mysterious, but some things that come up can be unpleasant that you had not noticed before. But it is the truth, and the truth will set you free. That's the type of vibe I'm getting here. Okay, so how does life move on after this point? I want to know that. Oh, wow. Well, the first card that came out was the Sun. We did get the Sun there as well. We have Ace of Wands, new spark, new passion, new inspiration. There's a lot of prosperity, happiness, abundance. And we have Eight of Pentacles, so self-mastery, gathering of skills, perfecting your skills, finding the right resources, having that single-minded focus and concentration. If you want to be doing something, you're just going to commit to that and you're going to do whatever is needed. Yeah, we have King of Wands once again. So becoming your own lives, your own reality's leader, okay, in whatever way that suits you, because you just want to feel that power and authority within you, and there's you're taking the actions, you're doing the work in order to deserve all of that. Okay, so in return, the universe is also answering your calls. There is a burst of energy that comes around this time, and you are going to channel that in a productive manner. And so that you can channel it in the productive manner, there will be certain patterns that are lost, and you're putting an end to even a lifestyle. You're just starting a whole new routine, and perhaps the previous lifestyle was more fun, like staying up for longer, and you can meet your friends outside afterwards and have late night movies or whatever. That had its moments and it was fun, but you know that in order to take yourself and this energy more seriously, that you need to shift your routines to perhaps waking up with the sun, right? And yes, that is going to be unfortunate because we like the fun part as well, but we need to take things more responsibly for down the line. That's just an example, but you get my drift. Okay, let's see your advice now. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. Don't dissipate it in like anger, frustration, resentment, all those things. It's just, it's not useful for you. Be a little bit selfish here, I know that this is kind of it can come through other people, but it can also be about other people, right? But with the Sun there coming up twice, it's kind of, and the Leo energy is like, what is good for you? What do you want? You are living poetry. This is your story. This is your life. Okay? Be a little bit selfish in that manner and see if this is good for you. Is being frustrated good for you? Is having a very drastic lifestyle or whatever thing that is not working for you at the moment, is that good for the long haul? For you, for your sense of satisfaction and your level of prosperity and what you want to be experiencing as well. This is making like solid decisions about where you want to be moving. Like you're getting so clear and you're so crystal clear focused that there's nothing that can get in your way beyond this point. Okay? It can be that you're shedding old friends as well who have just not been in your side. Okay, then we have universal laws and truths are now being revealed. Use this energy to create your reality. That's literally what we've been seeing so far. Shaman is also a healer. It's a mystic and can see beyond what is observable or what can be proven. in a scientific, tangible sense. But it is true nonetheless, because it talks about the energetic bond, the psychology, the emotions, and the perspective that someone has, and how when you shift that mindset, a lot can differ in a person's life. Hope is the conduit for miracles. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. And we have, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Yeah, you're really shedding that skin and you're coming to a place of peace and alignment. And this is the guidance as well. So again, don't dissipate it. Instead, use that energy to focus inward and concentrate it within yourself, because that power is meant to be channeled. Okay, and we see the conduit as well. So that energy brings you hope, it brings you clarity, it gives you a sense of kinship as well. It's as though you're forming a deeper bond with yourself. Okay, and that brings you the type of friendship, the type of companion that you have been looking for outside of yourself, within. And there is that burst of self-empowerment. We see that with the King of Wands and the Sun as well, and that's when you're able to channel it in the most productive manner. Okay, in whichever way that you see fit. All right. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. 10th house, Leo and Mars. Okay, so you do have Leo in the 10th house if we go by the rising sign, but again, we saw that Leo energy, there is probably more career focus moving this point, and also the way that you show up in the world, the public image that you want to have. You are more driven up after this point, and Mars is here. So once again, control the recklessness and the frustration and anguish and frustration, all that. It comes with the eclipse energy, so it's a temporary vibe. Don't react to it. That's all. That's all the guidance is coming through. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have its place. Perhaps it comes from very good reasons, but we need to use it in a very different way. Okay, you need to channel that someplace, because Mars needs a direction in order to make a productive use of that energy. Otherwise, it's just scattering everywhere. Okay, so you need to be the charioteer for your chariot, for your energy. You are the conduit for that energy. It's important that you treat that with respect and responsibility. Okay, that is just coming very loud and clear. Can't help it. Yeah. Kind of putting yourself in the center, self-development, recognition of who you really are, is so much clarity. You're stepping up into your boss nature. Yes, you just have so much drive and determination and focus used in the most productive sense, honestly. Yes, so that's what I have for you, Scorpios. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and helps you out for the times ahead. Let me know your thoughts. If you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box in the comment below. I hope to see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.